It all started with a phone call. Well, technically a scream first, then a phone call. Beyoncé was mid-sip on her kale and crystal-infused water, because hydration, but make it celestial, when Blue Ivy came downstairs, looking pale as a Grammy snub, and whispered 5 words that would shake the foundations of the Carter Knowles empire to its glittery core. Mom, I think I'm pregnant. The glass shattered before it hit the floor. Within minutes, Jay-Z, still in his Rock Nation slippers and silk durag, had sprinted into the room like he was back in the Blueprint era. "Who?" he barked. "Who did this? Who put their little grown man energy on my baby?" Blue Ivy, clearly trembling but still possessing the same calm energy she inherited from her mother's Super Bowl presence, muttered a name that would ignite chaos in Calabasas. It was DeAndre. Now let's pause. Who is DeAndre? Glad you asked. DeAndre was that one kid who always smelled like cocoa butter, always wore designer sneakers even at church, and somehow managed to charm every adult within a 10-mile radius. He played piano and football. He had a skincare routine and recited Kendrick verses like scripture. He even once brought a vegan charcuterie board to blues school potluck. Beyoncé liked DeAndre. Jay-Z tolerated him, but always watched him like he owed him back royalties. Now DeAndre, he was in for the shock of his moisturized little life. Jay-Z didn't say a word. He just disappeared. 5 minutes later, 2 blacked out SUVs peeled out the driveway with the precision of a Secret Service mission. Beyoncé, meanwhile, had gone into full lemonade mode, face stone cold, wearing a robe made of recycled Grammy ballads, and dialing her private spiritual advisor while muttering, "Not my daughter, not today, Lord." At approximately 3:33 p.m. Pacific time, DeAndre was yanked off his hoverboard mid-scroll through TikTok by 2 members of Beyoncé's personal security team, known only as Black Samson and the Quiet One. They politely but firmly escorted him to a family conversation, which just so happened to take place in the Carter's soundproof meditation chamber that suspiciously resembles an interrogation room from Law & Order, SVU. "DeAndre," Jay-Z began, pacing like he was about to drop a diss track. "Do you love my daughter?" "Yes, sir," DeAndre replied, adjusting his chain and trying not to cry. "Do you value your life, sir?" "Answer the question, lil man." "Yes, sir." "Then why did you try to build a legacy without a prenup?" Beyoncé sat in the corner, sipping tea like Kermit, watching it all go down with the precision of a Grammy voter. She hadn't spoken yet, but when she finally did, the room froze. "DeAndre, you do realize Blue was supposed to finish her next Ivy Park campaign before even thinking about stretch marks, right?" He nodded furiously, stammering apologies, swearing it was an accident, that they'd only kissed, that he didn't even know what ovulation was, and that he thought Plan B was a Marvel movie. It was a mess. Jay-Z, unable to contain his generational trauma, flipped over a tray of gold incense. "You got Beyoncé's baby pregnant. That makes you family." Pause. Awkward silence. Then Beyoncé, cool as a cucumber in couture, turned to her husband and said, "Actually, not yet. Cue the handcuffs." Yes, you read that right. Jay-Z, with the energy of a man who once dropped takeover, instructed his security to place DeAndre under emotional arrest. Not legal, no, because Jay still remembered how lawyers work, but this was something more dramatic, symbolic, parental vengeance with flair. DeAndre was escorted to a makeshift holding cell, which was really just Blue Ivy's former playroom, still covered in glitter and containing a haunted Tickle Me Elmo that no longer laughs but groans like a tired intern. There, he was forced to sit and reflect for 24 hours, with nothing but Destiny's Child's discography playing on loop and a screen showing reruns of Maury episodes. Meanwhile, Beyoncé held an emergency summit. Solange flew in with Sage. Tina Knowles summoned the ancestors. Kelly Rowland brought snacks. The Knowles-Carter Council formed, and the collective energy in that mansion could have powered a city grid. But Blue Ivy? She was calm, too calm. She walked into the room like the CEO of a crisis and simply said, "I'm going to be okay, and so is the baby, but DeAndre's gonna have to suffer for a little while longer." Everyone nodded. Back in the makeshift cell, DeAndre had reached the part of Survivor where Beyoncé says, "I'm not going to compromise my Christianity," and had started praying in 3 languages. At one point, Jay-Z slid him a note under the door. It read, "You're lucky we like you. Sincerely, Javi." On the back, "You break her heart. I'd drop a diss track so hard you'll never find work again." But the real moment of reckoning came at the family tribunal dinner the next night. Everyone was dressed in formal attire. Beyoncé wore gold, Jay-Z wore black, Blue Ivy in a flowing white gown that screamed, "I may be pregnant, but I'm still that girl," walked in with DeAndre by the hand. He looked like he hadn't slept in 4 days. Probably because he hadn't. "DeAndre," Beyoncé began, her voice like honey over razors, "we've decided you're not going to jail." He exhaled. "But you will be attending parenting boot camp." Jay-Z nodded. "Led by none other than Uncle Snoop and Auntie Oprah." DeAndre fainted. When he came to, he was told the following: he must attend weekly parenting classes led by Denzel Washington. He is required to read The 48 Laws of Baby Daddy Survival, written by Nick Cannon. He must commit to no less than 5 diaper changes per day, even the spicy ones. Every month, he must stand trial in the Knowles Carter House of Accountability, where Blue Ivy serves as judge, jury, and fashion critic. The sentence was accepted. Later that evening, Jay-Z and Beyoncé stood on the balcony looking out over their kingdom of chaos. "Well," Jay said, "at least she didn't marry him in Vegas." Beyoncé laughed. Yet, and somewhere in the corner of the estate, DeAndre was learning how to swaddle a doll while Destiny's Child's Emotion played softly in the background. Because in the Knowles Carter household, justice may not come in the form of handcuffs or courtrooms, but rest assured, it will be fabulous, dramatic, and leave no room for error or off-brand baby names. And Blue Ivy? She's already planning the baby's debut single. It's called Legacy, featuring DeAndre, if he behaves. Thanks for watching this video till the end. Seeing you the next video.